John, who's the best player on the Lions?
So fortunately, you have a couple of guys that you could argue, but I think it's clear-cut that it's Penei Sewell. And it's Penei Sewell because he is the most dominant at his position in the NFL. And I'm not just talking about right tackle. I'm talking all offensive tackles. I think Trent Williams is one, and I think Penei Sewell, and these are all arguable. I think Penei Sewell is two.
So you, being a former right tackle, actually think the best player in the Detroit Lions is a right tackle? How predictable, but how accurate. It is very accurate. He is, and it's, in my opinion, with all due respect to Amon-Ra St. Brown and maybe Frank Ragnow and some of the other guys, it's not even close. He is the best player on the Lions by a long stretch.
I agree. And when you think about what there's some tough decisions coming up here in the near future. One is going to be how much, not if, but how much are they going to pay Penei Sewell? The tougher question is going to be, when do you move him from right to left? And you know, I mean, we hear this. We've heard this for pretty much Taylor Decker's whole career. Trade Taylor Decker, and it certainly has come up since they drafted Penei Sewell. I'm not sitting here going they've got to move on from Taylor Decker and move Penei Sewell over, but Penei Sewell is so dominant that I would much rather have him protecting Jared Goff's backside than anybody else, other than Trent Williams. But Trent Williams is not coming to Detroit anytime soon.
So you'd make the move now?
It depends on the resources that you're committing to the offensive line. Obviously, Jonah Jackson is a free agent. Graham Glasgow is a free agent. And I'm hoping that Graham Glasgow will be back. Vaitai, he gone. And so you've got to address the middle of the offensive line. Do you want to, I mean, how many resources are you going to direct towards the middle of that offensive line? And then do you want to direct any of it to the bookends?
I think for this year,
you probably don't.
Right. For this year, you keep the tackle situation the same, and you have to invest in the interior of the line for the chance that Glasgow gets more money and goes somewhere else. But more importantly, is the Ragnow health situation. You have to make sure you have somebody that on the games, and he's not going to play 17 games. I'd be stunned that he's not playing, that you have somebody pretty good who can, snap the ball to Jared Goff.
John, you've been pretty adamantly clear that Glasgow needs to be re-signed.
Yes.
He would play right guard, and he would be center if Ragnow can't play.
So ideally, he's not your right guard. Ideally, he is ready to back up all three places on the inside.
I hear you on that, but I think you say ideally, and you know that ideal situations are all not, you
realistic.
The more realistic options, what I said. And so I think what you're putting on the table here is we've all thought left guard will be where maybe they attack in free agency and they upgrade from Jonah Jackson. They don't keep Jonah Jackson. You don't. My guess is you're thinking they don't keep Jackson. But what
he's going to end up costing. Somebody's going to overpay him, and I don't want it to be the Lions.
What you're putting on the table potentially is to seek out a right tackle in free agency, and then Sewell moves to left tackle. Decker goes to left guard. Ragnow's your center. Glasgow is your guard, or maybe somebody better.
Or, you go out and sign a Robert Hunt, who is, and you have a complete new right side. So Jonah Williams is an offensive tackle. He's down in Cincinnati right now. He is a free agent. He's a former first-round pick. Never panned out as a left tackle, but is a very talented right tackle. So you go sign him. You move, just like you mentioned, Sewell to left, Decker to left guard, Frank at center. You have Glasgow to back him up, and then you get a guy like a Robert Hunt or somebody else along, that level
to play guard.
To play guard.
I mentioned what's his name, Zeitler, who plays for the Ravens. Yeah. Somebody like that. That's what they need.